Next position is going to be a quad stretch for someone who can't reach their foot. So ideally, I want to use something behind me to prop my foot on. Typically, most people will start off with chair height. This is something you could do in your kitchen, facing the kitchen counter, putting a kitchen chair behind you. To get the foot up there, I'll have people lean forward, and you'll take that foot onto the chair. Something that is common sometimes is people get a cramp in the hamstring if their knee is really tight. Doing a little bit of light stretching for the hamstrings, just something like this, prior to the quad stretch, usually takes care of that cramping in the hamstring. So that's something you may want to do prior to this. Foot on the chair, and then all I'm going to do here is after I lean forward, coming up, I'm going to lightly engage my stomach and my hip, and you're going to see I'm going to suck my hips forward. And you'll notice my lower back stays nice and straight. So here I feel a little bit of light tension in the front of my thigh, and then when I come back forward, the tension goes away. So I'm engaging my stomach and squeezing my butt as I pull my hips forward, coming up tall, never going to this position, always trying to keep my back nice and flat. Now if you don't feel much of a stretch here, you may want to put your foot on something higher. So using this chair, instead of being flat, I may take my toe up a little bit, and then the same thing. Here I don't feel any stretch, and as I lightly squeeze my stomach and my butt and come up, now I feel that pull through the front of the hip. Really important not to let my back do this, or do something like this, because I won't feel much of a stretch here. I really have to keep that stomach engaged and lower back flat. Down forward, I don't feel much of anything. Coming up is where I feel the tension in the front of my thigh, keeping my back nice and flat. And then another option would be with the stairs behind you. Obviously the stairs have varying levels of height. So same idea. I could have something in front of me to hold onto, a chair or broom. And then same concept. The higher I go up, the more it's going to pull. This won't put me as much of a knee bend. It'll put the leg more behind me. So it will stretch more up towards the hip rather than all the way down to the thigh, but it's still a good position if it's all you have available. Same idea. I start off leaning forward. And that same, squeeze the butt and actually pull my hips forward underneath me to feel that stretch. I usually have people initially start off just going into it and going back out of it. And then as they get a little better and they feel like it's a good stretch, I have them hold it anywhere between 10 to 20 seconds, maybe doing 5 of them.